What's up, guys? It's Wally, and today we're going to be doing some battles with the Clear Amulet Glastrier. Now, we've done a video on Spectrier already, but we've yet to do one on its ice counterpart Glastrier. And it's pretty crazy too, because these two really couldn't be any more different. I mean, Spectrier is a really strong special attacker with really incredible speed, but pretty much no bulk to speak of, whereas Glastrier is a really strong physical attacker that has a ton of bulk, but really no speed at all. But that's what makes it a really strong Trick Room mon, and that's why we have Farigiraf on the team as well to be able to set the Trick Room. But the Glastrier does have the Clear Amulet, and that's mainly because we don't have Swords Dance on this one, so having the Clear Amulet does make it so that we don't take any attack drops. I mean, of course, having the Clear Amulet doesn't mean that it can't work well with Swords Dance on it, as Glastrier is extremely strong with a 145 base attack stat, so having Swords Dance on it actually would be really nice too. But since we don't have it, again, being able to keep that attack stat where it's at with the Clear Amulet is really important. Its ability is Chilling Neigh, of course that's the only one for Glastrier. Kind of like how Grim Neigh gives Spectrier a +1 to its special attack every time it knocks a Pokemon out, Chilling Neigh will give Glastrier a boost to its attack every time it knocks something out. So in a way it really is just kind of Moxie, but Chilling Neigh because it's Glastrier. Now the moves that we have on it are Icicle Crash, which is a really great stab move and also has the chance to flinch. Stomping Tantrum, which will become a stab move if for some reason we do end up terastallizing. Protect, of course, and Heavy Slam because Glastrier is a really heavy Pokemon, but Heavy Slam is going to be a really strong move, and of course with Flutter Mane out there quite often, having something like Heavy Slam is going to be really nice as a physical move into that Pokemon. And again, we do have the Ground Terra on this, and yes, a lot of that is for the Stomping Tantrum to make that into a stab move, but also because that is a type that does counter 3 of Glastrier's normal weaknesses as an Ice type. Now, as an Ice type, it does have 4 weaknesses. However, it only has 1 resistance, and unfortunately that is just to ice itself. So if we do terastallize into ground, we actually then, of course, would have a stab move against the fire, the rock, and the steel, which would normally be super effective against Glastrier. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, I really haven't done any testing with this team, so let's try to go out there and just have some fun. So we'll get into the battles, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just having chat, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into the battles. All right, so looks like we're facing a potential Trick Room team. So question is, do we try to go for it ourselves? I think we're going to have to try to go for it ourselves. So let's actually start Farigiraf. Man, unfortunately, it's really tough to bring Iron Hands. Don't get me wrong, the grass would be nice against a couple of them, but unfortunately not against a few more of them. But let's still go for Farigiraf here, and let's start with Rillaboom too, and then we'll Glastrier and Again, this is where it kind of gets a little tough. Because again, no real play testing, so I'm not 100% sure what to necessarily go with here. Gholdengo actually wouldn't be horrible because we could always trick Choice Specs over onto Ursaluna. But you know what? I think we have Taunt on Tornadus, so that would actually be a pretty good counter, along with the Bleak Wind Storm, if they end up bringing Amoonguss. And again, since it is Prankster, it would get the priority Taunt into Amoonguss, even if we are in Trick Room. So that's going to be one positive thing here. They're leading double Genie, 1 Therian, 1 Incarnate. Get the Intimidate, I understand. Now, I really hope they don't go Taunt, because... And for that reason, actually, I think I'm going to end up... up our defense, there we go. I'm going to end up faking out Thundy. So let's go with our Trick Room. And let's fake out Thundy, and I totally forgot that we actually have Taunt on Rillaboom too. So we could have went with a different Pokemon, but still, at least with Tornadus, we would have priority Taunt. Yeah, we would have priority Taunt and all that kind of stuff too if we did set up Trick Room and get it here. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. Actually, I don't know why I'm worried. Again, because we do have... Yeah, I was going to say they can't do it because we have Armor Tail, and that would stop all priority. So, that was kind of a waste, not going to lie. But you know what? You live, you learn. Who comes out next? Etran, okay. And you know what? Again, we actually do have our Terra Ground. And we could go Stomping Tantrum over there, too. So that wouldn't be bad. We would just have to worry if they do Terrastalize. You know. Oof. Let's go Dazzling Gleam. And I'm going to actually knock off over there, because I don't know what they have, but I don't want them to have it. Sounds terrible, I know, but we do have the Heat Wave first, but we do survive that, because Rillaboom does have that, or does have a little bit in its special defense. Knock out both of them, but we do have Trick Room up, and now we also have Glastrier coming in. That is extremely, extremely nice. Okay. Now here's what we're going to do. So now we have Tornadus and we have Glastrier. We are going to have to essentially rely on Glastrier to really kind of take us home here. So we're going to go for a Bleak Wind and also a Stomping Tantrum over there, because at least with the Bleak Wind we would be able to end up kind of covering if they Terrastalize into grass. So let's go for the Stomping Tantrum. And we knocked them out in one. That's perfect. I didn't even have to see how much damage. We just knew we were going to knock out, you know? And here comes the Chilling Neigh. So we got a +1 now. And they hit the Raw Wind Bolt. Almost knocks out Tornadus. We get the Para, which isn't good, but I will say the one good thing, though, is the fact that that does make us a little bit slower. So I guess there is some kind of positive here. And the main reason why, again, just that I didn't end up Terrastalizing on that first one was because they ended up Terrastalizing themselves. Then I wouldn't want to take it, like if they called that or something, you know. No, this is fine, though. This is fine. We're going to end up... now I'm thinking about, I need to think about what their normal Terra is. That'll be okay. That'll be okay. We're going to go with the Bleak Wind Storm again, and I'm going to Terrastalize. And because it looked like they were, scarfed, we're going to go for the Icicle Crash. They may swap out. Yeah. They're going to swap out and probably into something that kind of resists ice, I would imagine. That does not resist ice. So as long as we don't get fully para'd and we actually hit the Icicle Crash, I think we take out Ursaluna here. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. They're going to go for the Wind Bolt Storm, and that thankfully does not affect Glastrier. Unfortunately, though, it does knock out Tornadus. And even though they think they can get the Intimidate here, no. Clear Amulet blocks that. And again, they are, I believe, scarfed. So we really don't have to worry about them obviously Terrastalizing or protecting. So we can just go for the Icicle Crash over there. I think because we have one more turn, right? We sure do. And not just that, but I also think that the only move they have is Windbolt Storm, and so we would end up, yeah, we would end up walling them if we end up knocking out Landorus here. That's fine. We just gotta not be fully parried. We're fully parried. Here comes a Rock Slide. No, maybe not. Earthquake, yeah. Oh, that does like nothing to Glastrier. Let's go. Alright, that's perfect. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We're going to take another EQ. Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to do more on this one because now the grassy terrain is gone because, just in case anyone didn't know, the grassy terrain does end up having the damage of Earthquake. So, but again, sorry. Either way, though, I'm going to go Icicle Crash over there. Leer's not going to do anything because of the Clear Amulet. Oh, they're not Scarfed. Okay. But either way, we get our Icicle Crash. They were going for the flinch along with the full para. They didn't quite get it. So let's go. Now we're +3 as well, which is even better because, again, the Clear Amulet made it so that we didn't take any of those Intimidates. And now I think they are completely walled here. Now, because that is 90% accuracy, or 90% accurate, pardon me, I think we're just going to finish with the Stomping Tantrum then. Yeah, that'll cancel because I think the only move that they had was Windbolt Storm. So, there we go. Again, like, look, we had all our Pokemon, or both our Pokemon kind of knocked out in that first couple turns before we were able to really do anything. So, the fact that Glastrier kind of came back and just kind of 4-hoed everyone, dude, effing perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Good game. Okay, now this team, assuming they think that we're going to end up going for a Trick Room here. However, again, this is part of the reason why we actually have Tailwind on the team as well, to make them think that we might actually go out with Tailwind as well. And make it a little easier for us to kind of go with our Trick Room. But anyways, if they think that we're going to go Trick Room, we do have a little bit of an uphill climb with Tinglu and Goodra, only because they're just such tough Pokemon to kind of take out. But I think we have the right Pokemon to do so if that is the case, because Glastrier obviously would end up being super effective against against Tinglu. And then if we Terrastalize, it would be against Goodra. And if they Terrastalize into a Poison type with Tinglu and Hands. Oh, yeah, you know what? I convinced myself. Definitely Glastrier. But let's start Farigiraf and Rillaboom with Glastrier and... And we're going to go Iron Hands as well. I think that's a great team right there. It's been a little while since I used Iron Hands. I missed that thing. I think it was an MVP for me in Regulation C, and the fact that I haven't used it on a team in Reg D yet, it's kind of... Well, at least not a team that I built, pardon me. It's kind of sad. So, let's... Oh, yikes. That's not what we want to see. Thankfully, we do get to fake one of them out. And only because I know sometimes POW does run Ghost, we are going to try to fake out the Rillaboom. Or not Rillaboom, the Urshifu here. So let's go Trick Room. Let's fake out Urshi. Fair enough. Don't blame ya. Are they going to knock out Rillaboom here? I would imagine so. Nope, maybe not. Wow, I was not expecting that. That's not going to be good for us. But now we got to go Hands then. Okay, well that was not a good start. I did not... Good to know. Next time I'll be able to actually Terrastalize into Fairy and resist that then. But, yeah, oh well. Oh well, what can you do, right? So let's actually go... Let's Thunder Punch and let's Wood Hammer. Because if they don't Terrastalize, I think the Wood Hammer takes it out enough, and then we'd be able to go for the Thunder Punch up there. But that is not the case. But we are going to be doubling into... into Iron Hands. That's okay, though, because the Wood Hammer is still going to do some good damage because of the terrain. Wow, that is some good damage. Absolutely. It's got a berry. Makes sense. Look at all that damage. Alright, that's fine, though. That's fine. That's fine. That could be worse. So... I'm gonna go for a Thunder Punch up into Torn. Yeah, I mean, we can always taunt as well, but... Let's see, we're in Electric Terra. Let me think about this. Yeah, it's not like we'd really be able to Terrastallize into ground with any of these guys. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do, is we're going to Terrastallize and go for the Wood Hammer. We may end up getting faked out here, but this is at least going to kind of save us from a Bleak Wind Storm if they decide to go for that, not a Tailwind. Because they're going to be faking one of us out. Just not sure which one. Oh, it is going to be Hands. Fair enough. Yeah, because they... Okay, because of the Tailwind too. Makes sense. Makes sense. Good. Bye, Hands. Let's go. Okay, yeah, it's going to be, again, an uphill battle because we weren't able to set our Trick Room. That's okay. We're okay here. Hands gets back to almost full. Never mind, that might actually be their Terra then. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. So we're going to Thunder Punch up into Tornadus, and I'm going to go for a knockoff into Pow. And the reasoning behind that is because if they think that we're going to go for a Drain Punch into Pow... Yeah, if they think we're going to go for a Drain Punch into Pow, then at least we can get a super effective knockoff if they go into like a Ghost type. Oh, they just still go for the Ice Spinner. Fair. Nice. Misses on Rilla. Okay, that's huge, actually. That is really huge. Get the knockoff. We'll knock off the Sash, which... Oh, it's Choice Band! Oh, it's Choice Band. Okay. Alright, Let's try to think about this now. I'm guessing that's going to be their Terra then. Going to be that Water Terra. Drain Punch into Pow, and we'll go for the Wood Hammer into Urshifu. The thing that I am worried about is like a Surging Strike or a... My biggest worry here is a Protect from Pow and a Surging Strikes from Urshifu into Rillaboom. But that's okay. We're just going to hope for the best here. Okay, that's good then. Because I think we were able to knock out Pow then. Yeah, that's fine. I know we lose Rillaboom here, but it is going to be a 2-on-1 after this, and we do get Hands back to full health, and that's going to be extremely important here. I think they thought that I was going to double over into Hands. Or over into Urshifu, pardon me. Which I understand. It's a really strong Pokemon. It's one that's kind of difficult to deal with, but with an Electric and a Grassmon out there... You know, you kind of do have to protect it anyway, so let's go. We got Glastrier and Hands against Urshi. So let's go for a Thunder Punch. We're not going to be able to, like, get any flinches anyways, so we don't have to worry about that. Heavy Slam ain't going to do anything, so we just have to go with the Stomping Tantrum and hope for the best. Again, 145 attack. It's not a stab, but hopefully we can do some good work with it still. Question is, you know, it would be really nice if this was a Steel, though. I mean, yeah, it's just going to be Water, though. May as well. You're going to be able to get the full power surging strikes. That 2x stab is nothing to scoff at, you know? No, but hands tanks that. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then I actually think that Hands is going to take care of this with the Thunder Punch too, but... Nope, not quite. Here we go. Glastrier is able to take care of it. Not bad. Not bad. Again, we weren't able to set the Trick Room in the beginning, so we kind of... Again, we're facing an uphill battle, but the fact of the matter is we just have some strong Pokemon on this team, so we still ended up coming out with the victory. Good game. All right, now this is actually a really cool team. I was not expecting to see a Alolan Dugtrio. All right, if I'm not mistaken, I think that is Ground and Steel, so Glastrier, if we do Terrastallize, actually wouldn't be bad. But it looks like they are kind of set up for Tailwind. I am kind of expecting their bottom 4 there, but that's okay. We're going to try to set up the Trick Room. Let's go for Riggs and Rilla with Glastrier, and I think we're going to go Hands again. You know, that team actually served us well in that last game. And again, even though we weren't able to get Trick Room up, we still ended up coming out with the victory. So imagine if we are able to get Trick Room up, you know? It's going to be pretty interesting, though. I think we'll be able to actually get that up this time. The one thing I would be a little worried about, though, would be if they ended up going... Okay, well, never mind. Never mind, then. Let's see, we get that, of course. Okay, well, we are going to go for a Trick Room for sure. Gosh, I don't know what either of these have that would actually, like, go into Farigiraf. So I'm going to go with the one that I'm definitely more afraid of, and that would be Enamorus. Now, the thing is, does Dugtrio have, you know, moves that would actually power up Enamorus with its contrary ability? That's the question. Either way, I'm going to go for the Fake Out into Enamorus. Worth it. That's some good damage, too, not going to lie. It has Memento. Uh-oh. Okay, so it does have something. So now I see why they have a Alolan Dugtrio. Makes sense. We get our Trick Room up. Oh boy. Okay. Cool. Question is, who comes out next, though, now? Urshi. Okay. Yeah, and that's the water one. My guess is they would be the one to Terrastallize here. I am going to go for the Hyper Voice, though, as well as... Oh, no, like, I really need to knock out Enamorus, though. We have Hands in the back, so I'm not necessarily... Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm going to actually go for the... Yeah, we'll go for the Wood Hammer into Urshifu. But it may have Detect. And yeah, they actually do have their Terra, too. Forgot about that. It's Enamorus, though. Into Fairy? Okay, so those... what's the name of it? Springtide Storm. Going to be pretty dang strong here. Of course, they're going to have to Protect. Yeah, I should have actually just gone for the Wood Hammer over there. I was thinking about doing that. That's what I was kind of debating, but then I just kind of took the easy way out and went for the Wood Hammer into Urshifu. Again, with Iron Hands, I wasn't as worried about Urshifu, but I still ended up still going for that, though. That's okay, though. Is it okay? I don't know, after that double knockout, that might be, that might kind of change my tune, but that's okay. Because here's what we end up doing here. And the good thing here actually is the fact that Urshifu did just protect on that last one, so we really don't have to worry about them protecting. I bet that last one is probably Flutter Mane. So let's do that with Iron Hands. And we'll go for the... Honestly, Terra Blast would be stronger. But let me think about who they have. No, I'm going to go Thunder Punch because if they end up swapping someone in, Thunder Punch would be the best thing into either of those 3 Pokemon. So let's do that. And we're going to go for the Heavy Slam into Enamorus too. So this will protect us if... I don't know. For some reason, like some kind of fairy move goes on here or something like that. But we're going to be able to make that into a neutral hit now. The Heavy Slam just should end up knocking out Enamorus like that. That's perfect. Again, Glastrier is so strong. Heavy Slam is an extremely strong move because of how heavy Glastrier actually is. And again, in Trick Room, man, there's no way they're outspeeding that, you know? Yeah, and that was going to be fine. Again, oh, we got the crit as well. And the other thing, too, is actually if we would have went for the Terra Blast as well, we would have actually gotten the advantage of the grassy terrain, too. So it would have been an even stronger move. Chi-Yu, okay, that is not who I was expecting. Unfortunately now, that does not look like the right call on our Terra then. I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be more Flutter Mane, but that's extremely fair. They do not have Terra anymore. So all we have to do is go for a Drain Punch as well as a Stomping Tantrum. And we should be able to call this game. Yeah, and a +1, that should take it out. Yeah. Again, Glastrier is just too damn strong, man. Thing is insane. And especially after one Chilling Neigh as well. No, man, that thing's going to be unstoppable. So again, like I said, your Glastrier is a really, really strong Pokemon with a ton of bulk. I mean, its speed is extremely slow. You know, I think it's 30 base. But what it lacks in speed, it again makes up for in the bulk and the attack. That 145 base attack is really strong. You guys saw that in those games. I mean, how many Pokemon did it end up knocking out, and especially in one hit as well? The Stomping Tantrum especially, that was really great in Heatran as well as Chi-Yu, and that Icicle Crash into a lot of them as well. And then the Heavy Slam to Enamorus. Man, all of these moves actually really worked out for us, and you know, again, just kind of gave us some good victories. And again, in that first battle, having the Clear Amulet was actually really great against Lando since they were kind of trying to cycle him in a little bit. So even though they cycled him in like 2 or 3 times, still didn't drop our attack. And we ended up getting a couple of Chilling Neighs in those as well. So again, the +2, +3, whatever we were at the end of that game, never ended up going down. And Glastrier, actually, again, it's a really, really strong Pokemon. Not usually someone who works with Trick Room, but Glastrier might actually change my mind. This thing is really incredible. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the battles. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. We'll see you guys next time.